My father is a very strong man. He was born in the middle of World War II and survived the Vietnam War. Throughout my life, I have seen him survive struggles that would have put a normal man on his knees begging for mercy. In my short 16 years of life, I have only seen him cry twice, once for extreme grief, the other for extreme relief. The first time was just last year when my uncle, his brother, a previous alcoholic who was sober and tobacco-free for the last 20 years of his life, died from cancer that first started in his lungs and liver and later spread to his bones, stomach, and colon. The second time was while I was at home for winter break and you got a call from my aunt. She called to tell me that she had gone into remission. Not only were my uncle and almost my aunt taken from him, but my grandma died while I was 3 from lung cancer. 1/3 of my father's family has been taken from him because of cancer caused by tobacco and other substance abuse. This is what inspired me to give this speech. I do not want any other families going through what millions of families, including mine, have gone through, a death due to cancer created by tobacco. So what exactly is the cure for this disease that our nation was founded on? I believe the solution is a slow and gradual prohibition of tobacco. I say slow and gradual because it is impossible for an outright cold turkey prohibition of any substance and still not have widespread use. This has been proven throughout history, with the most prominent examples being that of the alcohol prohibition of the 1920s and the marijuana prohibition that still occurs today. Ironically, nicotine, a chemical in the tobacco plant, is much more addicting than these previous substances. In fact, it is behind only opium in addictive qualities. It killed more people years than opiates due to its legalization. To look around, one would think that smoking is a problem that is becoming less and less relevant. Yet that is only because smoking is done in private and less public due to extreme measures taken to keep non-smokers safe. Furthermore, recent studies have shown that regular teen smoking has gone up from 8% to 12% in the last 5 years. The problem is not that smoking is the cool thing to do anymore. It is that we now live in a hedonistic society. People, especially young teens, our nation's future, are now just looking for their next buzzer high. Furthermore, marijuana is now used recreationally by more people than ever before in history, and most teens who smoke marijuana recreationally have also either tried a cigarette or are addicted to them. Moreover, nicotine addiction lays a foundation that subjects teens to the need to fulfill that craving, which can open the door to much harder drugs. In my opinion, America has made a huge mistake in its tolerance for tobacco. People say marijuana is a gateway drug, which it might very well be. However, we as a nation have allowed nicotine to spread like a cancer throughout our society. It is not too late to crack the whip. The first step would be to severely cut down on underage buying and to raise the legal age limit. For example, make buying tobacco much like the purchase of alcohol. The customer must be 21 and the store must have a license that takes more than just an application to acquire. This would severely cut down on addictions and thus create more support for anti-tobacco laws in the future. This is much more effective than the recent government's approach of trying to raise taxes. Simply stated, people do not quit because they're broke, they quit because they want to. After these implements have been put in place, slowly but surely tobacco may start to be looked at more and more as a killer and less like a stress reliever. Only then can we make steps toward making tobacco illegal. Only then will we be able to silence a killer that has taken thousands of mothers, fathers, sons, and daughters. Only then will America take another progressive step toward its supposed war on drugs.
All right.